going on, everybody? This is ChieftianX72 on TikTok, Chief Fabian here on Into the Backlog. We're going to do a room collection tour, so let's go. Okay, so I'm going to try and not take up too much of you guys' time. So starting out, we got some of our independent comic characters. We got our McFarlane Classic Spawn remake. We got Super Shredder from NECA, Turtle, Movie Turtles from NECA, Homelander, Diamond Select, Omega Man, and McFarlane Spawn. Coming down here, we got our Marvel villains. It's going to be a really long shelf, about 9 feet. Wanted a kind of like an X-Men Clash, Endgame Clash type of villains and heroes type of running at each other. I wanted some of the more of the big bosses, the final bosses, people that wouldn't really do the fighting to begin with towards the end of the shelf. Kingpin wouldn't really do much of his own fighting, so I had him hire 2 people that would take care of that for him. And we got Abomination back there. He is a Diamond Select figure. One of the few exceptions for me going outside the Marvel Legends rule. We got Falcon, Magneto, Hobgoblin up there, Toxin. I am 1 Kraven short of having a Sinister 16 for the Spider-Man villains. Then we got Loki closer to the front. Super Skrull back there. Baron Zemo leading the charge, sending everybody off to battle. And the big one, Galactus, with what I call an evil Silver Surfer. Then we got Deadpool down here, really not giving a damn, breaking the 4th wall. We got Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man right here, probably the best Marvel Legend that, in my opinion, they've ever made. Really well posed. We got our 3 Kings for Earth. We got Black Panther, Black Adam, Black Bolt, not Black Adam, Namor. Then we got our Trinity for Avengers, and the other 3 starting Avengers, Hulk, Ant-Man, and Wasp. We got the Fantastic Four. We got our later recruited Avengers, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Falcon, War Machine, She-Hulk, Vision. Then we got our Defenders type of stuff. And then we got more of our new agey recruits for the Avengers, like Winter Soldier, Beta Ray Bill. I don't think Beta Ray Bill ever was an Avenger. Captain Marvel, who I think to this day has not been revived. Spider-Woman, Quasar, Nova, the X-Men. Now, what I have here with Agent Venom, because he's one of the few exceptions for a new age character that I put in here, because I love Agent Venom, is I have a Monster Venom standing behind him, kind of like one of the comic covers of his, kind of being like his stand. So it's kind of like a concept from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that I threw in there. So, I wish I could get this whole shelf in one shot, but we could do a little pan out. Coming up here, we got some of the few DC McFarlane figures I have. I used to collect these a lot, but I found that their posing was very lackluster. Wasn't a big fan. A lot of them are just meant to be just standing statues, in my eyes at least. But these are some of the best ones that he ever made. Love that Grim Knight. Got a custom wired cape on him. But yeah, I love these Dark Knights. Coming down here, we got some leftover Marvel Legends, some alternate Spider-Mans. My rule for these figures for Marvel Legends was that I was not going to indulge in buying too many of the same character. Spider-Man is kind of the one that breaks that rule, because I love Spider-Man. Wolverine is a close second. Then we got SH Figuarts, Avengers 1 figures. We got Mafex Thor and SH Figuarts Infinity War Thanos, recreating that moment with the axe in the chest. SHF Deadpool, Iron Spider SHF. We got the final battle. And my video cut out. But as we continue, we got the SHF final battle Thor, Cap, and Iron Man with Thanos. I hope to upgrade these guys to the Mafex ones someday. I think that at least Cap and Thor are an upgrade there. But Iron Man looks good the way he does, to me at least. So does Spidey. Now moving on to a little bit more American Japanese. Power Rangers. Big fan of Power Rangers growing up. Watched all the way to SPD growing up. Mystic Force, it was the season that I dropped off on. So that's probably where I will collect up to. I collect the Red and 6th Rangers for the Lightning Collection, as well as a lot of the main villains and their generals, like Goldar or Ecliptor. And really just like the more popular villains, like the Psycho Rangers, ones that had more than one appearance. Another look at the helmets again. A couple of Zords. And then we're going to move on to some of the anime stuff. I do not have too many anime figures, just simply because they're pretty expensive to get a hold of. So, I do what I can. We got all the seasons of Sailor Moon back there, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and then we got the orange brick box sets for the Dragon Ball Z original series. We got the Dragon Ball Z manga, some SH Figure Arts figures. That 8 Vegeta means a lot to me. Mexico, I was visiting family in Mexico, and at one point they had Dragon Ball Z before us in the U.S., and the episode that I saw in Mexico was when Vegeta turned into an ape. So that was my very first exposure to Dragon Ball Z. Then we got a model kit for Machine Dramon. Very big Digimon fan. I have a Digimon retro card from the new card game for Biomon. My daughter is named after the character Sora. We got some Gundams, some model kits, One Piece. Absolutely love One Piece. I've seen a lot of anime. I wish the shelf displayed a lot more of the anime that I love, but like I said, that stuff is expensive. We got a couple more Digimon figures, and then it's kind of some leftovers here. We got some Batman and Superman armors, a Endgame Thor hot toy. Looking forward to getting some more hot toys at some point, but not yet. And a NECA Michael Keaton Batman. Absolutely love this one. And then these posters, some of my most prized possessions. It is a poster basically giving us the story of Naruto from the start all the way to the end, in the shape of his own head. Same thing with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. This was made when Dragon Ball Super was pretty new at the time. So, let's move on to some of my manga and comics. I have a very small collection of every Ratchet & Clank game here. Some of the only physical games I still own, and I will never get rid of them. Still have my original PS2 copies from when I was a child. These games raised me. They taught me how to be a gamer. Taught me how to play games in a third dimension. Absolutely love them. Then we got a bunch of Switch games here. Some of the basics. Pokemon Arceus was a great time. Smash Bros. Pokemon, Mario, Breath of the Wild. Some of the stuff I still need to play, especially Breath of the Wild. And then we got a lot of DC Comics. I used to have a lot more comics and manga, but we were moving at one point, and I decided to sell off a lot of it because it was just a lot to move. But slowly regrowing. Got 10 volumes of the deluxe editions for Berserk, one of my all-time favorite mangas. I'm behind on 2 volumes there. Marvel Comics, got a lot of my favorite stories here, and really don't own a good portion of a lot more of my favorite stories, but at some point we will own more. And then we got here, these 4 are the Avengers Justice League crossover. Goodbye, Watchmen. Gotta love that cover. And we have saved Watchmen. This is my copy that I've had since high school back in like 2007. Got it right before the movie came out, I think. Really liked the trailer. I thought it looked interesting. Now one of my favorite stories of all time. Then we got Batman the Animated Series, Batman Return of the Joker. We got the steel books for Avatar The Last Airbender on Blu-ray. Some of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. One of the only good DC Extended Universe movies to me is the Snyder Cut. and Lord of the Rings. Some of the greatest movies in cinematic history. And then here are my wife's pop figures. A bunch of her miscellaneous stuff. Lemony Snicket. Tales of Unfortunate Events, I think they're called. Series of Unfortunate Events. Aragon. My wife's currently trying to get through Harry Potter movies. Some knocked over pop figures. And her very worn in Harry Potter books. She's read them multiple times. You see how worn in they are? That's how you know she's reading them. And then there is my small gaming setup. Got a Switch, an Xbox Series X that we won from Taco Bell of all places, and the PS5 Digital Edition. Note that my Master Chief is missing an arm. I don't know why. That's what you get when you have children. So, that's it. That is the room tour for the collection. Please let me know if you have any questions, any recommendations for figures I should pick up. Really appreciate it. I think it's looking good. Can't wait to see what figures we can add in 2023. Thanks for watching.